Hey everyone, I thought I'd do a different kind of video today, and that is a little dive into spring planning for me and what that looks like. So I have collected here my Burpee's Gardening Catalog, my Harris Seed Company Catalog, my Proven Winners Gardener's Idea Book, and then I also have a notebook that I keep, and I am old school, so it's just written notes. And these are notes going back as far as 2016 of my garden spaces. I usually do a spring idea. I jot down ideas of colors, of different flowers, things that are coming out. In 2019, I sketched out the walkway path in front of the house that we ended up doing. And then I also do some mid-season notes, what's working, what's not working, if I mulched, how many bags of mulch I used, how many bags of soil I used, and you get the general idea. Especially when I do an expansion, which I do often, and this is where I'm at so far. These are my 2025, this is the fall wrap up, and then these are my new ideas. In addition, I have sketched out the backyard. I live in a family of artists and illustrators, so this is just kind of comes with the territory. And what I have are my large plantings. So my lilacs, my trees, large hydrangeas, HVAC systems. So I kind of have a feel for what I have and what spaces I might want to fill. For example, I know that this space right here, which was new last year, is not looking fabulous, and I would like to work on that, but I'm not sure exactly how. I just like to have a visual representation. And for me, to have all these things where I can easily pick them up, let's say I know I'm going to an appointment or something and I might have some time, I can just grab this stuff, put it in a little folder and take it with me. Or in the evenings, or even sometimes during the day when it's beautiful outside, I just go and look in with my books, and sometimes the inspiration will strike me. The Proven Winner Gardener's Idea Book, if you have never received it, you can sign up on the Proven Winner site. I'll put a link in the comments. Fabulous ideas, beautiful, beautiful things. And I'm growing some of the pink coneflowers from seed this year. I'm trying perennials from seed because I want to put a big drift in, and that's going to be a little pricey. So I'm going to see if I can get them going. Back in the day, I used to grow a lot of vegetables from seed. That's just not something that I can do right now in our household because of the issues around our neighborhood, which kind of bums me out. But I also did buy my first flowers of the season, minus seeds, of course. This is a Babette Dahlia, and this is my favorite garden color as an accent color. And I will be planting this in the backyard. There's, I think, 6 or 7 tubers in here, and these can go in the ground pretty soon. Once the soil temperature, they're going in planters. So probably in another month. I say pretty soon because that's what gardeners do. We wish for pretty soon. So just some ideas for you. I like to have things written down. You could even create a Word document or something like that if you're more new school than I am. But it really is a nice way to refer back and see what worked and what didn't. I specifically love this because I have about 20 planters. I know, it's a lot. I have a gardening situation, and I know exactly how many topsoils I need. I know how many areas each area requires for mulch. I know how many bags of fertilizer I use in a year. I know I need 1 bag of Polytone. I know that I need a big bag of Biotone to start, and I have some left over from last year, so I'm good for that. I know that I'm going to need Milorganite for greening up the grass. I know that I'm going to need something for spider mites in case that occurs. I had a problem 2 years ago with spider mites, so I now keep things on hand. I try and go organic. I do have one systemic option that I did end up having to use last year, which was kind of a bummer, but it was a 7-foot tall hydrangea, so I wasn't about to give it up. So those kinds of things, and what helps with that is that you can start looking for things on sale. Home Depot puts their potting mix on sale in the early spring for 4 bags for $10, or at least they did last year. It might be up higher, but it's normally $4.57 a bag. If you can get it for $2.50 a bag, you're saving half off. In my opinion, when you can save money on infrastructure, there's more money to spend on flowers. That's always my goal, more money to spend on flowers. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day. Thank you so much for watching. And if you'd like to subscribe, we are getting into the spring and summer season, of course, and gardening will be at the forefront of my channel. Have a great day.